what will be the last words to the other local governments? And I'm talking specifically local governments who haven't started venturing into social media, if there's any last word.
For governments that are not using social media, I think I don't know what platforms they are using and what would be the reason. But I think first you need to ask yourself, are you communicating first? And if you're communicating, to who? And why are you communicating to those people, and why are you using the platforms that you're using? And as soon as you need to understand your audience, you will understand what platforms your audience is using. And in this day and age, definitely your residents are using social media as a platform of communication. Going with any other platform, you're literally communicating to yourself, or you're literally communicating to a smaller number of people, or you are just ticking the box. I think it should be called wasteful expenditure to communicate on irrelevant platforms, really. And I think it's difficult. I mean, we still face difficulties even in the city of Joburg to explain, to colleagues that, times have changed, people have moved. Digital spend has to grow, and traditional spend has to, shrink. But I think there are some people who still believe, if I've been on radio, I've communicated. And you'll be surprised how much you communicate when you are on Twitter, when you are on Facebook, compared to when you're on radio. But so you have these two generations that that still don't understand each other very well. And I think as a communicator, you have to understand your audience well, and be able to win over leadership that is maybe believing in the old school way of communicating, and make them understand that the times have changed, and even our communication has to change, has to move with the times. Our spend has to increase on digital than on traditional media, because it's much more measurable, and it can be much more targeted, and you can literally see your results. You can literally measure every campaign as it happens. So I think, in fact, even the leaders, the mayors, the presidents have to have. I mean, I always tell my colleagues, I think the mayor needs an Instagram account. He needs to have an Instagram, and he needs to appear human, and not like the mayor. He must be seen as a human being, and even if he's on social media, on Twitter, I believe that even the leaders, the councillors, need to engage on social media, because we need to take government to people. We need to be quite engaged. So I think social media has to be. We have to use the platforms that our people are using, instead of just ticking the box or using the traditional platforms that maybe are no longer even favorites. I mean, even when I'm watching TV, I'm right here, like here, TV.
There you go. TV. There you go.
And with phone getting more attention, and in fact, my news break on Twitter, I hardly get my breaking news on. I haven't had my breaking news on any platform in the last, I don't know, so many years. On a daily basis, I go what's trending to see the breaking news. And you'll see that tomorrow, some of the radios and TV are trying to cover what broke on Twitter today. And that is like 12, 24 hours later, So by the time you respond, or about something that's happening in your own metro, that will be very late if you don't have this platform, which enables you to listen in real time and maybe
Yeah.
even be able to respond and save lives. You know, if we can tweet you and tell you, hey, your city is on fire, how are you gonna know? Are you gonna know tomorrow? Or you know, if you don't have Twitter and Facebook, how are you gonna know that your city is on fire? You're gonna
Yeah.
wait for the letter to be written to you, you know. So you need to look at it as a great listening platform that gives you the ability to listen now